Hello, it's me, Devin, and today I want to talk about the Broadway musical Tootsie, playing right now at the Marquee Theater. This musical is written after the 1982 film of the same name, starring Dustin Hoffman. The movie follows an out of work actor named Michael Dorsey who is hard to work with and nobody really likes him. So he decides to dress up as a woman, thinking it will be easier to get jobs and go by the name Dorothy Michaels. And it works. He, as a woman, gets hired into a play. The Broadway show is different than the movie in that it is about the Broadway community, whereas in the movie, I think it is about the film industry or just acting in general. I can't remember. Anyway, so he gets hired and things happen, and by the end of the show, he comes clean about who he really is. The show, I thought, was very reminiscent of old Broadway. Like I said in my review of Aladdin, because it is basically a plain stage and sets come on and off the stage, but at the core, the stage is just a normal stage. As well, I thought, similar to Aladdin, there was an overture and an entr'acte after intermission, which a lot of musicals nowadays don't have. And also, all the sounds in the musical are natural instrument sounds. There are no real, like, synthesized sounds. And so the musical sounds natural. The sets are also reminiscent of old style Broadway in that there are multiple large sets that come on and off the stage that are used multiple times throughout the show. The popular thing nowadays is for shows to be kind of minimalistic in their staging, and so when a show has a lot of set pieces, it makes it seem older. The old style Broadway feel of this show works well because this is a story from 1982, so it's an older story, and so the old style of the show works well with it. I did want to take a minute and mention some of the actors because I was quite impressed with them. First off, we have to talk about Santino Fontana as Michael Dorsey slash Dorothy Michaels. He was so good. He is able to bring a sense of humanity and professionalism to the roles. I was so glad that he did win the Tony for Best Actor in a Musical because this role really warranted the recognition. I liked that he in real life is a seasoned actor and he plays one in the show, and so his experience really shines through in playing this part. I do want to mention Lily Cooper, who plays Julie in the show. Lily Coops, like Santino Fontana, she is another Broadway veteran, and I enjoyed seeing her. I saw her last year in SpongeBob, and this is such a drastically different role than that. I thought she did a great job and really deserved the Tony nomination that she got. Now, the standouts for me were Sarah Stiles as Sandy, and I'm sorry if I pronounced this wrong, which I almost guarantee I am. Andy Grolution as Jeff. Their comedic timing was so perfect, and their characters were so believable. I thought they were just superb. Now, since this is a musical based off a movie made in the 80s, the sets, the costumes, and the music all remind you of the 80s. I have never lived in the 80s, but I felt like I was in the 80s while I was watching the show. Is this a groundbreaking must see musical? No, but this is really a funny and light-hearted musical, which I greatly enjoyed. I feel like the 80s are kind of when the classic rom-coms got defined. And that's what this is. This is a classic rom-com, I think. And so, if you're in New York City and you are looking for a fun night out at the theater, and you don't really want to go to like a groundbreaking or heartbreaking show, then I cannot recommend Tootsie enough. You should see it. Thank you. See ya.